name is Dunja Kraus and I'm an associate expert at the Social Dimensions of Sustainable Development program here at UNRISD, and also the author of Chapter 5 of our latest flagship report on policy innovations for transformative change. In this chapter, I look at social dimensions of climate change and environmental degradation. The key message of this chapter is quite simple and yet anything but trivial. What we need to transform towards sustainability is a significant change in perspective, one that moves away from the predominant market liberal rationality and towards seeing economic activities as a means to achieve sustainable development and equity. Now, this is a huge challenge. Just thinking of the scale of change that is needed to tackle climate change and environmental degradation can be quite frightening. And yet there is reason to hope. There are many innovative examples all over the world that give us a positive outlook on what could be achieved. Be it, for example, the first ever universal agreement on climate change that was adopted in Paris in December 2015, or just the plethora of activities and initiatives that we see coming from communities really all over the world. Take renewable energy, for example. It is of course needed to mitigate climate change, but it also holds an enormous potential for social development. In Germany, for example, we saw that in the past the energy transition has been driven mostly by citizens and communities that were able to profit from local job creation and increasing communal revenues. In South Africa, a developing country, we see that there are a lot of incubator projects that can often trigger rural entrepreneurship and also women's empowerment through the active participation of female farmers. Now, there are many more of these kind of examples, and none of them is perfect just yet. None of them can work in themselves. But what we see is that from our research is that we basically need at least three things. One, it's the public policies that create a regulatory framework that foster sustainable development at lower scales. Two, it's these initiatives that I mentioned, communities that engage and actively participate in the change that we need. Three, it's a certain level of political struggle. We need you, civil society and activists around the world who exert pressure on businesses and on governments to demand the change that we need to come to a sustainable future.